and make glasses clink. I will be right here wasted with you. I wonder if we should call your guy and get high.
Cocaine.
But in the end we should get some food and go to bed instead. Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here wasted with you. Let's have us some drinks and make glasses clink. I will be right here wasted with you. Let's start the show. Yeah.
Boom.
And we're live. Andy Frasco's World Saving Podcast. We are abroad right now, people.
We're on a boat in the ocean.
We're on a boat on the ocean.
Julie said I have to get off at the stops, and I said, I don't know, we'll see. To the tourist trap, you know what I'm talking about? When they drop you off, it's funny.
I can't wait to see you get some sun just on the beach.
I'm going to carry a black umbrella around all day.
Like those Asian dudes?
Just in the sun on the deck of the boat. I should go find a black umbrella this week. Do you have one?
Like those really dainty French girls?
Yes, ooh, the sun. You know what I mean?
We're on Jam Cruise, so we have some interviews for the next couple weeks. But this first one, War and Treaty, unbelievable.
Oh my God.
That was such a good one. If you guys don't know who War and Treaty is,
get to know them.
Get to know them. They wrote that song, Hey Driver. Hey, Chris, play Hey Driver from Zach Bryan.
And them.
And War and Treaty wrote it. And then Zach was nice enough to put it on his record. But
they didn't sing on it.
Yeah, they sang on it.
Okay, they did both. Okay.
Yeah. But
they're coming to Ogden in May, I saw.
Ogden in May. They just put out a new record during Valentine's Day. That's why we're getting this record.
They're in love.
They're in love. God, it's power couple shit. Yeah. You're gonna love this interview.
They sing at the end.
They sing so beautiful.
They gave me chills over Zoom.
Yeah, and I felt like this was a really good. Yeah, they did. They gave me chills.
You know how hard it is to give me chills over Zoom? You got to be offering me some kind of deal.
It's true. So you're gonna love this interview. But first, our sponsors, Volume.com, the best live stream company in the world. Yes, people. Head over to Volume.com. They have great content. They streamed our whole Mission Ballroom show, all the hype about the Mission Ballroom show. You can now watch it on Volume.com. Plus, if you're a content creator, head over to Volume.com. Subscription models is the move, people. I know fans are pissed, Frasco's turning into AI. Listen, I'm not.
AI?
I've heard that multiple times.
What does that even mean? You can't turn into AI.
This is what I'm saying. These fucking fans.
Maybe they're dumb.
Some of these fans are just out of their minds.
Just come on, go for a walk.
Stop watching all this conspiracy. I am not a robot.
No, there's no way a robot.
I'm just promoting myself. Can I make a little money?
Yeah.
Can I give all this shit out for free? Can I make a little bit of money?
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Man. But head out to Volume.com. Content creators, get your stuff out there. People who just love good content. I know people love watching live shows. They have a stockpile of live performances you don't want to miss. So head over to Volume.com.
Volume.
All right, guys. We're on a boat. So this is
whoa.
God, it's so fucking whoa.
We're on a boat. Oh, the food is so bad.
Oh, the food is horrible.
Yeah.
And the alcohol.
So good.
You can drink some vodka sodas with me?
Hell yeah, we gonna drink.
I
love to drink.
I got a pool deck, or I got a view.
I'm gonna be up in your room a lot.
Yeah, just come. I don't want to party a lot.
I won't tell anybody where your room is. Don't worry. Not even your band.
You see a lot of people with pineapples on the Jam Cruise. If you see the pineapple,
I know what that means.
That means they want to swing with you.
Hell yeah! I should just wear a pineapple on a chain.
I will keep that dick in your pants.
It's hard. It's so big.
All right, guys.
You can see the veins from space.
Enjoy War and Treaty, and we'll see you next week with Moon Hooch. That interview was sick, too.
And Honeycomb.
It
was Michael and Honeycomb.
He
beatboxed.
They beatboxed. All right, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Here we are, War and Treaty, the couple of the lifetime. This is the power couple I need in my life.
Couple.
My new favorite couple.
I want to drink a beer with y'all.
We'd love to drink a beer with you.
Serious.
It's 1 p.m. here, so we're getting ready.
I want to,
I'm gonna drink a beer or maybe 5.
that's how I
We'll be
feel
rolling him
too.
out after 3. Thank y'all so much for having us on here. This is so we're so grateful, really, for real. We are.
We are big fans of you guys, and as I'm researching your story and hearing more and more about, tell me, what was the first, Michael? You guys, you're smooth, my man. I heard about how you guys met. Tell me
That's my smooth criminal hat. I stole her heart. Cue the violin.
I love it. Tell me how. Tanya, tell me the first time you realized you were in love with Michael.
Oh God, it is.
I'm scared of this answer. This is
like
Tanya's sadistic.
I know, I really am, and this is worse. This right here is going to nail it. That I'm like that.
Boy, here
so
we go.
We're walking through my neighborhood in Maryland.
Oh, God.
And there's a deer on our walk, and the deer's like gasping for air.
He's dying.
He's dying. He's
of course, it starts with death.
And Michael and I just hold each other as we're walking, and I'm like, Michael, we gotta stop it. We gotta fix it. And we both just like burst into tears about this deer. And Michael, what do you want me to do?
You cried first.
He did cry first.
Oh.
But we're like, what is this lifeless deer? And he's like, what do you want me to do? I was like, no, don't kill it. So I realized at that moment that he's pretty sappy like me.
I like to use it to promote hunter license.
What was the story of you said you left your sweater at your house, or what was that story?
He left his sweater at her house.
That's why I want to have a beer with you. You get the details. Tanya doesn't understand that. So now here's my birth.
That's your birth.
So Tanya had a birthday party, and she wanted me to come to her birthday party. Now, by this time, I was bumming. You know that song they wrote in the 90s TLC had called Scrubs?
Oh yeah. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride.
That song was written about me. I was scrubbing up there. It was bad, man. And so I just wasn't trying to get into no relationship with her. I was like, she's out of my league. And I knew that our conversations were going a little bit longer than I wanted them to go because, we were vibing each other. And before I know it, I'm looking at the daggone sun coming up. I'm like, what the hell is happening? We ain't high schoolers. Like, this is weird. I'm trying to fall back. So she's trying to get me to come to her birthday party. I come. I don't have money to get a gift, but I found a $5.99 CD in the CBS of the greatest hits of Aretha Franklin, which
There you
was
go.
my favorite artist.
The GOAT.
So I bought that with my $10 that I had. And then I also wrote a song for her, recorded it. Oh, well, that was later, baby. So I wrote this song for her. I recorded it. And I asked my buddy to put it on the CD. So I burned it and put it all together. And so that night, I presented her with my little gifts. And she thought it was cool. And then now it's time for me to go home. And I leave my sweater at her house. And so she, she doesn't know I'm feeling her yet. And so I'm telling my best friend, I'm like, bro, I think tonight's going to be the night. I'm going to have to let the hammer fall. Freddie Mercury says, I'm going to have to let it fall. And she said, Michael, you left your sweater. You're always leaving things at my house. What are you going to leave next? And bro, I came up with the most cheesiest Matthew McConaughey line I could find. And I said, she said, what are you going to leave next? And I said, my heart.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
You know what she said? You know what she said?
What'd she say?
Not a damn thing.
Silence is golden.
It was my birthday party. It was the night after, and I was drunk and I fell asleep. So the next day I woke up, it was like 3:00 and I saw all these messages. So I called them and I'm like, what?
Well, get to the messages. I'm apologizing because by this time I have not heard from her. I'm like, oh, I have royally screwed this up. I didn't get the signs right. I'm like, ma'am, I'm calling her ma'am. She done went from Tanya to ma'am. I'm like, ma'am, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to offend you, ma'am. I was just playing or something jumped in me. And my friend is egging on. He's like, I told you she was going to screw this up. I was like, ma'am, if we can continue to work together, I promise to never get out of line again. I didn't know what was going on. Didn't hear from her till the next day around 2 p.m.
That is so funny.
I like that strategy by her. Make him sweat it a little bit.
Yeah,
Make him
you
earn
gotta
it.
sweat it out.
Like,
Right?
Like he's applying for a loan.
drunk.
I was just tired.
I was just
And with
tired.
y'all, see, and with y'all, see, that strategy of making them sweat is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can make me sweat just by asking me to walk across the room. You don't have to do all that. I sweat regardless.
That's fucking amazing. That is amazing. So, Todd, so tell me about this. So when you finally gave Michael a shot, where were you in your career? What part of your career were you in? I want to hear like the backstory of, because I mean, you're on Sister Act and like your career was popping off. Michael was this was after when you were a veteran. So it was past that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, so after Sister Act, before Sister Act, let me go back. I was signed to Island Records. So I was signed there, and then I did Sister Act. So I actually did stuff in high school.
Oh my God, you were signed to Island that young?
Yeah, I was signed very young.
When you can sing like that.
Holy crap.
And then when I met Michael, I guess a couple years prior, maybe like 8 years before I met him, I was with Bad Boy for about 6 years. That's taboo to say right now, but I was there writing and everything. So I was doing that, and then I stopped and became a worship leader at a church.
Oh.
in Georgia as well as Maryland.
She didn't find me there.
When I met Michael, I kind of was just like, trying to figure it out to really see if it's something I really wanted to keep doing. I was writing, productions, doing stuff like that in Maryland, where I'm from. So when I met him, I kind of was in the middle of really just trying to figure out what I wanted to do artistically. And when I met him, it was just like really cool because he had this energy, this vibe with him, and this excitement about the music, about everything that he was doing. And that's what I needed. And not just from a musical standpoint, but for as a friend, you know?
Do you think being in the music industry that early in life got you jaded and Michael's like saved your musical soul?
Oh, for certain. Yeah. I would definitely have to say that because, I mean, I think you go into it.
You hear that? I saved your musical soul.
He needs his own podcast.
Oh, no. Yeah.
He did say no. He's hilarious. He did say.
But yeah, tell me about that. What do you think? Like, genuinely in your heart, do you think you were jaded from all the running in the major label business for that young in your life that you felt like there was just like you're just losing the light a little bit inside of you?
Yeah, I mean, you lose the excitement, when you're that young, especially at that time, they're like, oh, you should have this kind of clothes on, or you should sing this kind of music. And I just got it because I love music. I went to a performing arts school, Duke Ellington School of the Arts.
Oh, yeah, famous.
All my kid friends were doing what I was doing. And it was just an exciting time when I got into the business. And once you get thrusted into it, you're like, oh, this is something else. This is not what I thought it was going to be. And so my light was dimming and I just really walked away from it, right in the middle of recording my record.
That takes a lot.
At bat. Yeah.
Before we get into the later part, I want to hear what's your take on old Diddy? What's your
Voldemort?
If you don't want to talk about it, it's okay. But what's
and now I understand why our house doesn't have baby oil.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
We need to go to Costco.
Oh, no, I can't even believe you. Slip and slide. We're going to leave it there. We're going to drop that. Right.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
You in trouble? I'm in trouble now. You in trouble now.
Oh, these clothes. Biggie just blinked.
Damn. That's funny as hell.
But I mean, major label stuff. It's like, you don't deal with a lot of people. I feel like most of the major labels are kind of.
Yeah, it's a bunch of
running
weirdos.
An
art company.
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a business. It's a corporation. It's like when you go work for Nike, you better believe you're going to go through that assembly line. Right. Whatever shoe sells the best is the shoe they'll keep on on stock. The one that doesn't, you got to go. So with that mentality, when you're a creative and you get thrusted into that and you're not necessarily protected or you want to be more involved, because I was an involved artist. So my manager and I having these meetings together, I think I knew too much. I started learning too much so soon. And now, I'm older, we have our own management company now and we have our own team. I totally get it from a different perspective now.
Man.
You know, completely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Michael, you just had a big with Zach Bryan. I mean, that was a huge thing for you guys. Like, what was that? How was that feeling coming back into it like that? Was it just tell me a little bit more about that while we're talking about major label success and stuff?
I think, you know, watching what Zach has been able to do and the freedom that he has, it's really having I'm a woman, but I'll say having the balls.
You're a woman.
Anyway, it's having.
You better be a woman.
Well, I mean,
we're in trouble.
You wouldn't take me otherwise.
Hell no.
I waited to get on this show.
Stop it. Keep going. Talk about it.
But yeah, I think, you know, you have the freedom to kind of just do whatever you want to do, and to watch how Zach just moves.
Yeah.
You know, he does what he wants to do with his music. He puts it out. He's, you know, got a rap.
He's an asshole.
Yeah,
let me tell you that. She's going to be politically correct. I am not. I'm going to tell you, he drove me freaking nuts.
Y'all drove each other.
He drove me nuts. In fact, I would tell this to his little face.
Hell
his little baby face. That he drove me nuts as an Army guy.
I bet.
Oh yeah, you're both veterans. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
They're both veterans.
Yeah,
it started there. That's you know,
he was
a veteran. In
he was Navy.
Yeah,
right?
what's the difference between Navy vets and Army vets?
Army do work, Navy don't.
Bell bottoms, bell bottom ass.
Yeah. Who wants to say so? Come on, Navy boys. Yeah, Navy are the guys who wish they were Marines.
Yeah.
Right.
My brother's
so
Marine.
it's like
However,
this ego.
The reason why I said it about Zach Bryan is this. We went out back after the ACM Awards this one particular year, really to meet Kane Brown.
Wow.
Because Kane was out back and they have like this cul-de-sac where all the artist trailers are. And so Kane was on the other end and ours was on his end. So I was like, oh man, this is an opportunity to meet Kane. We hadn't met Kane before. And so in our quest to go do that, we had already gotten familiar with Nate Smith.
Yeah.
Y'all familiar with him?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. So he intercepted us. And it was like, yo, Michael Tanya, you know, Nate Smith, you know, he reminds you of, I don't know if you guys have seen this movie. You ever seen this movie called Up?
Oh yeah.
One of my favorites, too.
You remember the big dog in Up?
Doug.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's Nate Smith.
sounds awesome.
That's Nate.
Oh,
so,
my God.
He was out there talking to Zach Bryan, and Zach Bryan ran up to us and was like, yo, that was insane. We performed this year on the World Show. He thought it was amazing. And we were familiar with each other from touring earlier in the year. We both did the Outlaw Music Festival with Willie Nelson. So we were very familiar with his character. I mean, his character is like, when we got there, everybody had his merch.
Yeah.
All the artists, like he wanted all the artists to have merch from him. And he was saying how grateful he was to be on this ticket. Now, clearly, none of us realized that all those people there, they were definitely there for Willie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
for
you
sure.
wouldn't be able to tell by the way they were singing Zach Bryan songs.
Oh, my God. I bet.
Yeah.
So, nigga, make a long story short, he's like, I got this song I want us to collaborate on. So me and Tanya, like, it was short. He gets my number and he texts us the chorus to the song. He's like, man, just put it on voicemail and send it back. I just want to hear how y'all sound. Bros. We do it and we sent it back and the song was up that night.
No
version.
way.
He used that recording.
I said, bro, if you don't take that shit down now. He was like, wait, what do you mean? Are you signed?
He doesn't think through shit.
That's a Navy response right there. That is a Navy boy response. I said, bro, you're about to get us in some major, take it down and let's do this right. But on all jokes aside, he has one of the most complex hearts that work. Yeah. You know, so it's so fun to text him and to throw him off guard and to mess with him and constantly try to irritate him. Stay in his
He's a good dude. Yeah, you could tell. You know, it's like you got in trouble with the whole chicken fried thing. And I realized, it's like, I'm like, oh,
two
they're like, there's two sides of each story.
Exactly.
There's two sides of each story.
Never trust an ex.
Yeah. We don't need to get into that another man's business.
Yeah.
But my advice.
That's smart.
Do you have any advice for me? I just sold a song to Zach Brown and Snoop Dogg, and I'm a musician. I've been in a band for 15 years. What advice would you give me for when someone else is using your song for songwriting, back end stuff?
That's a tough one for me because everyone wants us to write for these other artists and all those things, and I'm like, well, I'm an artist.
Right.
I tend to write for me. I tend to write for Tanya, but I can tell you this. Here's how it's coming to me. Right now, we're in a moment to where people need to hear from people like you.
Yeah.
However you get your voice heard is the most important thing. And what I mean is it might be through the vocal cords of a Snoop Dogg and Zach Brown. But you know where that originates from. You know the spirit in which you wrote this thing. You know, and that's the hardest thing for artists to remember. Hey, we got in this business to do something specific. What is your specifics? I got in the business because I realized that my music can actually heal in some of the most tumultuous situations, i.e. war.
Right.
Songs and what I was doing out there gave us an end to our own enemy. To sit, break bread, shake hands, understand, let them vibe to the vibes we're setting forth. It's not always about just trying to go in and kill the enemy, but it's sometimes, and more than likely most of the times, it's about going in and understanding that that's a human being over there.
Right.
That's how they have their beliefs. You've got yours too. And if we can sort through and sit and reason together, this is the reason why I intended to get into music, is because I realized that it could heal. It also was healing me. My music was created in a safe haven for me to exist in the midst of war. So everybody's got a specific. I think that it's very important to keep in the forefront of your mind why and what you're doing.
Right.
And then at the end of the day, go make that money.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go, Michael. That's what I'm talking about.
I would definitely piggyback on that.
No, watch it.
Yeah.
You gotta give us. You gotta give us.
Gotta get the money. Yeah, get the money. I would piggyback on that because I believe, people spend a lot of time talking, going to counseling, doing all kinds of different things to get healing. As Michael said, music is healing. But the wonderful and fascinating thing about being a songwriter or being an artist is that you get to heal a person in rapid speed, 2 to 3 minutes, of a song.
Right.
And that is like the coolest gift to have. That's the dopest gift to have on this planet, is that it takes somebody an hour to get healed, but you can write a song or to become, to get happy or free, whatever, and in a minute.
Oh yeah. I mean, that
pen can just change somebody's trajectory. You know what I mean? So I think that just you even saying that, I want to go listen to the song now. I know it's gonna be a party song.
Yeah.
I want to go hear it and I want to feel it, So it's congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Tanya. And I think about that, it's like, because Hey Driver was that for me. I was going through a hard time in my life, and that song got me through so much. And I heard it. It made me so, even the beginning where Zach gives you your flowers. This is your song, bro. Go get them. That gave me heart that like, okay, so other people's songs matter. Yeah. And before we go into the PTSD, because Mike, I want to talk about this. This is like I want to talk about this. What's the difference? So, two things. Were you pissed that you didn't release that song by yourself? I would be.
Yeah, we're like, I mean, and the way it happened, it was so fast.
Yeah,
it was so quick. It was so raw, and we like going to the studio, and we did our first record raw and EP raw like that. This guy was just like, with his little guitar, we slapped it on a voice memo, and he puts it up, and then we go to the studio and we record the song in like what 2-3 hours.
No,
They say,
not too.
how long was it?
It was 2 maybe to set up.
How long did
It took maybe 20 to 30 minutes.
Shut
When
We
you're that
spend
good.
hours in the studio, recording projects, and he's like, "Okay, we're done."
Yeah. And Zach Bryan's like that. It's like he'll do it once and forget about it.
There's a
I've
power
heard
to
about that with his sessions. Like he doesn't overthink it. He's like, all right, we're putting this out and let's keep it moving. I don't really believe in that philosophy. I'm more of a perfectionist. What about you, Michael? Are you like that? You guys like that too? I'm like, you're like, whoa, chill. Let's do it a couple more times.
I'm learning.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth, Michael. Come on, you're in a safe space here.
Listen, I am learning things all over again. And I've learned that working with Tanya, you can do that perfectionist thing and completely lose.
You sure
Right.
do.
Oh yeah.
She's like, "Oh, you
I
want
love
to
you
again?
guys.
No, I'm done. I'm out." I'm like, whoa, get back here, you. It's not but no, I think that everybody's got a style, everybody's got a thing that works for them. And I think what made this so special is familiarity versus unfamiliarity.
Yeah.
And you're familiar with Zach and the guitar and that kind of thing, whether it be from back in the day of Bruce Springsteen or Willie Nelson or Foley or whoever it is. But then you forget that you're used to these gospel voices too, whether it be through Motown, whether it be through Ray Charles or Aretha Franklin. And then we get to answer the question of what if? What if they were bold enough to collide the worlds? What would it be? And this is what Hey Driver is for a lot of people. It's like, wow, man, it's a good drive on a summer day, but I can feel those lyrics. I can feel it because of Michael and Tanya's interpretation. And I don't also have to feel like I can sing as good as them to sing this song. Zach comes in and helps that. So, this was a masterpiece in my opinion, and it taught me a lot. It taught me that we don't have to do all the things that people would expect for us to do. Just do what you do.
Yeah. And on a bigger level, I mean, it's amazing that African Americans are in the country scene. And you're one of the I mean, I think that's one of the most important things is you guys are setting toll for young African Americans to do whatever they want. And that's what I'm mostly proud of you guys. And like how I'm like I get chills thinking about it that you guys are legends to me. And to go into the country scene where it's these like honky ass white people.
Who's this?
You know what I'm saying?
They're
like,
first.
Thank you. I'm just saying thank you so much. Because I mean, they all stole it from the African Americans in the first place.
Exactly.
So it's like, let's bring the power back. And
it's folk music.
It's folk. Yeah, I'm just so proud.
So let folks sing it.
To even talk to you guys about this.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
Much. Thank you. Well, you have a sign behind you that says "Break the rules, make the money."
Damn, that is very appropriate.
You gotta
right
break the rules. You gotta break the rules. Nobody wins playing it safe.
Yeah.
And we've been widely accepted. When we moved to Nashville, we didn't have the horror stories of being quote unquote accepted. We arms wide open, from Don Was to Buddy Miller to Emmylou Harris, just the community itself. And then we actually got thrusted into country music. It wasn't something that we chased after. We there was a guy in Nashville, God rest his soul, his name's Peter Cooper, who and Lindsay Hayes actually introduced us to Peter Cooper, who was our manager at the time. And he wanted us to come there to do a tribute. They were inducting Dottie West into the Country Music Hall of Fame. And it just happened at this time. Everybody in country music was there because they went to the medallion service. So everybody in country music that, you could think of that are alive was in this room. And we happened to perform this song, scared out of our pants, scared as shit.
She was scared.
I was so scared.
And I'm a gangster. You know what I thought? I thought this. It was all a dream. I used to be.
Damn.
I'm obsessed with you guys.
And we performed, man. And when I say when it was over, there was just eruption from everybody in country music. And
now you gotta be careful how you interpret that.
Yeah.
Because the eruption could mean wow, they
Babe.
killed it, or it could mean, I'm so glad this crap
It's
is
over.
over. Get these dudes out of here. Bring up
Relief.
Ricky Skaggs. Get it back on track.
You get back on track. Save the
I want to
show.
interject though, because somebody is sitting in our presence right now, and oftentimes in our story we do start with Buddy Miller, but I want to tell you that journey you're talking about. How do we feel about being in this space today? And I don't want to take too much time to walk you through this, but I want to tell you this. Around 2017, Tanya and I were literally, the people say at the end of the rope. I'm going to say we were at the end of the strand on the end of the rope.
Oh my God!
And
Really?
I've been there a couple times.
Like we were like, okay, we were making the most we ever made for a gig was probably about 150 to 200
Oh my
bucks.
God!
We had no other job. We just believed that we needed to be free for when the thing happened, that there's no strings holding us. There's no permissions we got to get. We just are free when the thing pops loose. So we did everything we could. We went up and down those roads. Tanya booked 150 coffee houses. And I can tell you the most of an audience we ever had, and it was about 25 people.
Like the first 10 years of your career.
Yeah, same.
But we performed like we were on a stadium stage. We gave those 25 people everything that we had.
Nice.
And one thing we did was Ann Arbor Street Festival. And that was one of those moments. There were like maybe 15 people in the audience on the streets of Ann Arbor, Michigan. And Ty and I, and this guitarist named Steve Opp, we gave it all we had. And there was a booking agency there. And the guy told me that he wanted to talk to us about booking us. And as I had learned, that's your first step. Like, this is a clear indication that maybe you got something that people outside of your sphere need to hear. And so we were excited. I was so excited. I called the guy back, and he just kept blowing me off. I'll call you back. And then I realized that those Hollywood terms are true.
Yeah.
People will holler at you all day. They didn't really believe. They were just caught up in the moment. But then somehow, some way, there was a young lady named Virginia Prater. She had an agency called Prater Day. And one conversation, just one, we both knew instantly this was our girl. That her heart was in line with ours. Her vision for herself and for us was aligned. She just thought we were dope. And I was like, well, you know what, Tanya? Virginia Prater is our girl. No research, didn't look her up, didn't try to find out, because had I done any research, I would have learned that she's crazy as hell.
Well, she is an agent, to be fair. You got to be crazy to do that.
Yeah, you gotta be crazy to.
That'd be crazy, and I would have literally ran. However, I want to tell you this:
What had you sweating again?
that woman, within a week, almost had our entire calendar filled with dates.
Oh my God!
That paid us monies that we'd never seen before as a duo.
Oh my God!
Edmonton Folk Festival, Winnipeg. I mean, like,
we were everywhere.
We were out of our own sphere, which gave us hope that, well, my God, whatever we've got, somebody at least thinks the world needs to see it.
Right.
And I'm happy to announce that even today, we are still with her in an even bigger capacity.
Loyalty.
She runs we open up a management team. Virginia is the glue to it. We've added other great workers, but it starts with the story and the vision for us.
Right.
And so I'm grateful that our journey, and let me say this, she's a white girl. Now, it's important that I put that out there because the lie that we are all fighting against is that we don't know how to do this together, right?
Right.
In our country, always black versus white. Black versus white. Like no other color exists except the black versus white. Right now, everything that the government does or that presidential officials or judicial systems, whatever, it's either being done because of a black person or a white person.
Right.
But I'm proud to say that I know this woman by name.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't just a white woman working with a black couple. This is Virginia Prater. Her husband's name is Jason. They have 2 kids.
Right. Family.
She has 2 sisters. She has a beautiful parents. You know, Virginia loves tomatoes. She has chickens that look just like her.
He's going off the rails now.
But no, they listen. They understand, but listen.
Yeah, I know
But
what you're saying.
everybody who's listening will understand what I'm saying because everything that I'm telling you is actually true.
Yeah.
I know.
I know her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knows us. And that is how we exist in country music.
Right.
Right.
I know Dirk Bentley. I know Chris Stapleton. You know, I know these people. We know these people. Kaylee Hammock. You know, we know people by their names because we've invested enough in each other to learn things about each other.
Yeah.
Chris Stapleton, before his shows, he wears these goofy tennis shoes. He wears these blue jeans and hoodies. You will never not catch him in a hoodie. He's going to always put on that hoodie. He's going to walk around out back. He's going to eat the same food on his tour as everyone else.
Yeah.
He's not going to be a Hollywood dude, but he will steal away because he's shy.
Yeah.
He's shy.
Totally.
Like for information and tidbits that most people, you know, they would not know about a person, but we get the privilege being in country music to say, hey,
Yeah.
I actually know that artist. That artist actually knows me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thank you for asking that question, Andy. Really, because I think that a big part of it is people are afraid to have conversations or afraid to open up that dialogue. So thank you asking, you know, how does it feel? Or even, you know, saying what you said, how happy it makes you, because I think that's a part of it for all of us to realize that not just the word treaty are doing a thing, we're all doing a thing.
Yeah.
You having us on the show is doing a thing, both of you, you know, so
there's
I'm
2
happy
people there.
about that. Exactly.
All right.
Yep.
I'm a co-host. It's
No,
fine.
I thanks for saying that because it is an important dialogue that people just don't want to talk about,
Right.
and we need to talk about it to, you know, grow as humans.
And it's
you
like
know?
it's really profound how what he talked about when it gets smaller and you get more intimate with people, how not divided you realize we really are.
Yeah.
How we have way more in common than we have not in common.
and that's why, Michael, I wanted to ask you this. Like, you had a hard life. How hard is it to trust people?
Oh, see, that's my. I'm glad you asked that. I've got a problem. I trust every damn body.
Oh.
That is, I'm like, hey, want to be friends? Be my friend. Oh, friend, please, friend. And then I'm like, hey, those not stabs in the back. That's the art. That's not art.
Hey, let me get it out. Okay.
But, you know, I'm designed that way to keep me pure.
Yeah.
I'm designed that way to keep me calm, to keep me stable, because I'm a war veteran. I'm not just a regular veteran. I've gone to war. I've seen some things. I've shot. I've done things that in any other normal setting, I'd go to jail for. I'm not proud about.
Right.
I can't exit that life and still be guarded up,
Right.
because I'm looking for the war to create so that I can feel like I'm at my best. You know, when you're trained as a veteran or as a soldier, to be a lean, mean, killing, fighting machine,
Right.
people don't understand in the civilian world that they mean what they say.
Right.
You got to remove all your emotions. You got to remove your feeling. You have to literally not give a crap
Right.
about what you're about to annihilate.
It's fucking wild, dude. That's so
and
wild.
You forget that there's a human being. You forget how to feel. So you come home and you got this look in your eye and you're zoned out. You're not in tune. Nobody's talking like you talk. You know, if we're counting to 9, you would say 9. I would say Niner.
Yeah.
To spell your name, you would say Andy, and I'm like Alpha, November,
Right.
Delta, Yankee. My mind is trained to turn off.
Yeah.
So I've got to allow love to constantly keep me open.
Yeah.
Now, I'm saved because I got people around me that give me their experiences and still let me decide. Like, hey, man, I used to work with this individual. Back in the day, this is what my experience was with this individual. But people can change. And then now it's up to me to see what I need to see. And it's worked for me. I love people. I love to have fun. I love to see people win. I love to be around people. I love to make people feel great. I don't want them to just feel good. Bro, I want to make them feel awesome. They deserve to feel it. And that's the life I like to live. And when that gets threatened, I'm the complete opposite. When that's threatened, then I have to work on the PTSD.
Yeah.
Because that's when the PTSD starts rising.
Damn, you didn't even have to take LSD to get that philosophy. You just had to straight up live. Damn, you're a hippie and you didn't even know, big dog.
No more, don't waste it.
Tony, tell me about that. How hard is it when he starts shutting down? Like, because you're a partners, so like you see him start shutting down. How do you get him back to life?
Oh, wait a minute, she might not be able to tell you that part.
Well, that's we don't have to keep that.
That's intimate details. That's why they have a kid.
Keep it clean.
That's how they got their kid.
They're gonna get.
There's proof in the pudding.
Yeah.
It is relaxing.
It's amazing.
Secrets.
No, I love it. Nick had a great question to ask about.
I was interested in your career, your veteran career. I was just wondering, like, what in military prepared you best for the music industry? Is there anything you took for that? Like, what did you learn from that was most valuable working in music?
The unexpected time of death.
Oh shit!
Wow.
And man, Nick, thank you for that question. Honestly, I mean, like, listen, y'all are good at what y'all do.
Thank you.
But there's a moment when what y'all do as a profession pauses. And this is that moment because it causes me to reflect in a way I haven't before. And that's the first thing to come to my mind, the unexpected time of death. Imagine this. The four of us are sitting here talking. We hang this phone call up. And the next call y'all get is something that has taken place and it has taken me out of here. I'm no longer alive, breathing, talking, present. It was just that fast. That's almost every day in the military.
Oh my God, so scary.
War, at least. And that's how I found songwriting. I had a couple of guys killed. And in order for me to sort through how I felt about that, I had to write a song. I had to write the song about those guys and that kind of thing. I had to really go back to how we existed together. And some of them were dreamers. Because, when you take the uniform off, you're still present, right?
Right.
And some of those dreams will never come true. And that is what makes it so sacred and special, because now I've got an opportunity to talk about my battle buddies and do what I did in the military. I wrote songs. I literally started writing songs about the fallen and performing them in the memorial services. And, I don't listen, man. The Zach Bryan hits and how fast he gets it, and Noah Khan, all the people and all the hit makers, right? The hits. I don't care. Somebody they need to hear my voice. They need to hear Tanya. They need to experience our songs because they are about to make a very bad decision. Something's about to take her life. The unexpected time of death. Just this week, a guy who used to play the guitar for us, who we had to let go some years ago. We learned that this guy lets go of himself, and he's no longer with us. That is what I've learned most, is the unexpected time of death. Never take for granted the space you're sharing with someone else. It's important. It's important for you guys to know, for me to have paused the interview and was like, listen, what y'all do is great, but here's the reality of what y'all do. Sometimes it makes a person on the other end go, whoa, I haven't thought about this. Sometimes what y'all do makes them feel so important, so special, that it drives them to the next thing. And they've needed that energy, they needed that gasoline to go into their car to get going. You know, that's the same with what we do. So that's what I've learned most, and especially Nick, in the war.
Oh, Michael,
Profound.
I'm clapping to you. That's unbelievable.
No wonder he can write.
Oh my God. Oh God, that gave me chills, man.
I'm such a loser.
I'm like, yeah, I'm such a piece of shit. I feel like I'm such a piece of shit after just hearing your story like that. No, but you're totally right. And you never know when it's your turn to leave the party or this beautiful life. And we can't, I mean, it's hard to think about the past, especially when the past was so tough, but it's good to talk about the past so we could know that we survived the past.
And I love that term he used. He let go of himself instead of the real word for it. I'm going to use that from now on.
Yeah, me too. Well,
it's profound.
You guys are making me a better person. Thank you so much for this.
And you're amazing singers. We didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about how fucking good you are.
Everybody knows.
Yeah,
They're already here. They know.
So what's up next? Like, what are you writing? What's the next for musically?
Big album.
How you feeling? You guys feeling inspired?
Valentine's Day album, right?
Well, of course, we have the record coming out February 14th, but and a tour. But we were writing right now. We're already working on the next record and the record after that. And you know, it's always a creative process, especially being married. It's just every day is something creative, and we're always thinking about what we're going to do 10 years from now. So we're just writing, and finding creative ways to get our music heard and to touch people.
What was the first song you guys wrote together that you felt like, damn, this is special?
We got something here, yeah.
Song called I Am Love.
What's it about? I'm just kidding.
No. This is, So here we are in a place where time stands still for us.
You're shivering and my sweet sexy. Together we can bring back what the world has said is gone.
Oh,
you're an inspiration.
Oh, my. I am motivated.
I have chills.
What
Once done it can come alive.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm quitting music.
Yeah, I'm quitting too. We're done here. We're done here.
I'm so glad I play saxophone and I don't sing.
Guys, this has just been a true treat. I am so honored to even be part of your presence. I'm in Nashville a lot. Let's try to hang out one of these times and
get a beer.
Try to have some fun.
Let's get that beer.
Get that song.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's write a tune together sometime.
Let me get a sax solo on that.
Come on, man. We got you. Let's
do it.
I love it. Well, I got
that one right there.
Oh God,
Yeah,
that gave me chills, guys. You guys are masters, and just how humble and how much you love each other. It gives me hope that I'm going to find a person like you guys found each other. So thank you for that. I got one last question for you, and I'll let you go. When it's all said and done, what do you guys want to be remembered by?
Let's see. We both say the thing. One word. Let's see. You got yours?
Got yours?
I got mine.
Okay.
You got yours?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to say yours first.
No, we're going to say the same time and see if we're in line.
Okay.
The one thing we'll be remembered for. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Love.
What'd she say?
Give love. He says love. I'm a woman. I add more words.
I got one word.
3 words to your one
You
word.
said lettuce.
I said legacy of love. I didn't say that. Love.
You must be known for lettuce. I don't know if that is.
Well-
Legacy of love.
No, love.
Love. Yeah.
I just want to be, I will tell you, Nick and Annie, this, and Tanya can shoot me down, say I'm lying or whatever. But I've always, since the day she walked into my life, I always said to her that when I die, I want to be the one that never lied to her.
Whoa.
That said, I love you and meant it. That stood by everything that I said I would do. And I don't care what anyone else says about me, that when I die, if I should leave this world before Tanya, I want her to be able to stand up at my funeral with pride and joy to say, he was everything that y'all saw
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah.
me in private.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ditto.
God.
You should write a book.
Yeah. Please do. Or have a podcast. You
Yeah.
two couples just talking it out. Thank God.
Maybe be marriage counselors.
Or just be or I'm just going to call you and ask you for relationship advice. 'Cause- All right, guys. Well, enjoy your day in LA. Thank you so much for everything. Go check out the new record coming out on Valentine's Day. My birthday is February 11th, so I'm excited. I'm Aquarius.
I'm gonna get you the vinyl for your
I'm a
birthday.
love baby. Yeah, give me, please, Nick. I'd be honored. All right, guys. Have a great day and keep inspiring the world because we're listening.
Thank
See
you
y'all
so
later,
much,
man.
and
Peace.
happy-
You guys are the
happy
best.
birthday.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye.
Okay.